Hi, this is Elisa from Bluebird Relics. This is a video where I'm showing you my process, how I begin a canvas painting. So I've laid it out here, and this is, I believe, a 24 by 48 canvas that I'm going to start working on. So what I'm doing here is I am taking gesso, putting it in a bowl, and then I'm going to mix it with some molding paste medium. I believe it's golden. I'm going to mix that up, give it a good mix. And then I am going to just start to put it on the canvas. Now I've sped this video up a little bit, not too much. It was about a 20-minute video, but I ended up being just under 10 minutes. So here I'm just plopping it down. And then I'm going to start to smear it and smush it out onto the canvas. So I want it in a very thin layer. So I've taken a piece of foam board there that I've cut, and I start to smooth out the surface. And that takes a minute or two for that to happen. I don't want it in a thick layer. I want it in a thin-ish layer. I've done it with just gesso, and it does work just fine, but the paste gives it a little extra stiffness so that when it's dry, it gives it a little bit more of a raised effect on the canvas. And this is how I prep my canvases. And if I don't use some kind of a molding paste or gel medium, I will always gesso it, and sometimes I'll just scratch into it that way. Sometimes I will put stencils right on top of the canvas and put the medium over and then pull the stencil up, and then you'll have a raised effect. Sometimes I'll just scratch into it with the back of a brush or just about anything, a skewer, a toothpick, a pencil. The possibilities are endless, what you could do. It looks like I've gotten most of it down into a nice smooth surface here. Just getting the edges in there. So while I'm doing that, I hang out, this is new for me actually, starting to do a YouTube video. I'm going to see how it goes. I'm not very comfortable talking, watching myself and then talking and explaining what I'm doing. I'm a little nervous and I'm shy, but I'm doing this so that I get more comfortable talking to myself in front of a camera and explaining what I do. So this is new for me. I'm on Facebook. You can like and follow me there. I'm also on Instagram. That's where I hang out most of the time. All right. Looks like I stopped putting that down. I think what I did was when I went to get my stamps. So now I'm going to use stamps. I'm just cleaning up the sides. I remember I dropped some too on the floor. I might have been cleaning that up. Oh, see, now I have this big stamp and it has words on it. Now I've used this for furniture when I've painted, but I stopped painting furniture, but I still have a lot of the stamps. So now what I'm doing is I'm just stamping the canvas. So when I stamp it immediately after, I can still work with it for about 45 minutes to an hour before it starts to stiffen up and dry. And I have lots of stamps, and I just pulled some out of my stash and started putting them down on the canvas to give the canvas a little raised effect. It gives it a little bit more interest. And what I do is I'll paint on top of that. And usually you can't see the raised stamps from, if you see my work head on looking at it, you can't really see it until you get up close to the canvas. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I think that was a floral stamp. Oh, I also stamped the sides. That's what I'm doing now. I'm lifting it up and I'm using whatever excess was on the stamp. I'm putting it on the sides of the canvas. This was a rather large canvas, and I laid it flat. I thought it would be easier to lay it flat on the table instead of laying it flat on the floor like I normally do, and where it would be easier to film. I think that's a bird stamp. And I have two. So one faces the right, one faces the left. So they face opposite, and I'm just taking it, putting it all over. I believe I have some floral stamps in there as well. And I just love the texture that it gives. It just gives the piece so much more interest. When I've done shows, people will be drawn into my booth because of the color, all the color on my canvas. And then once they get in and they get a closer look at the canvas, they can see all the raised stamping and mark making that I do on my canvas. I mean, I'm not the first person to do this, but I don't think there's that many people that do it, because I always seem to get a lot of intrigue from people when they see it. And now I'm thinking I probably should have sped this video up a little bit more, because I don't have as much to say, believe it or not. A lot of times you can't get me to shut up. But right now, I have nothing more to say. I'm just going to stay quiet here for a minute. Oh, okay. So now I see what I'm doing here is that I grabbed an instrument or skewer of sorts so that I could start to scratch into the canvas and make more marks. I'm just kind of scratching into the canvas while it's still wet with that compound that I put on top. Oh, it looks like I've come to the end anyway. Okay, here I'm just giving you a little bit of a close-up of what it looks like after I've done scratching and stamping into the canvas. Anyway, if you like to see these type of videos and you see my process and how I work, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Bluebird Relics. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.